Hello everyone and welcome back with this new video. Today I'm happy to start a new series based on my best profitable DePINs. As everyone is learning through their experience, if you want to maximize your earnings, one of the best moves is to join a DePIN in its beta or testing phase. But you also need to be good at choosing a DePIN, because unfortunately, there are many scams circulating or poorly built it. So if you're looking for the best DePINs to join to participate in the beta or testnet, this list is for you. I try to include everything, both positive and negative aspects in a concrete way that the user must know and the latest news, but above all, they are serious projects that have a use case, and therefore there is potential also for future. Very important to stay updated in the DePIN world, I recommend you join the depinhouse Discord. Depinhouse is creating an important community, and they are also doing some interesting Galaxy campaign, and if you have a few minutes, I recommend you do these simple tasks to try to win some nice prizes for free. In any case, done this premise, let's begin. In 11th place, and as a start, there is AYDO, new interesting DePIN IoT DIY built on Peak, and you can join for free. Early project, and from how the team is moving, really nice, the just announced partnership with 375 AI and IG3. I recommend doing the testnet because I believe it can give good satisfaction. The setup is DIY, and in fact the equipment you need is one Raspberry Pi 3B, 3B Plus, 4, or newer, with a good micro SD minimum 8 GB. If you don't have a Raspberry but a Linux OS, you can try to run the script and see if it works anyway. One Zigbee coordinator, for example, the Sonoff Zigbee Dongle P, it will essential IoT works. And finally, smart Zigbee devices, for example, a temperature and humidity sensor. You can buy all the equipment on Amazon, and in the video description you can find all the useful links. We're currently in full beta, and there's no documentation for tokenomics or anything else. So most likely TGE and future steps will still take a long time. Honestly, I don't expect much, but I think it will give good satisfaction. There will be an airdrop or conversion for those who join now the testnet, and the more data you share, the higher the rewards will be. For a guide to the setup, you can check my video guide. You can find the link in description. In 10th place, we have SOURCEFUL. Built on Solana, SOURCEFUL represents a new decentralized approach to building an energy network. You can connect your distributed energy resources, like inverters with solar plants and battery storage, to the SOURCEFUL energy network. The main ways to join are: first is Blixt Gateway. This miner connects directly to your renewable energy systems to provide detailed real-time data and control capabilities. Before purchasing, check if your inverter or battery is compatible with SOURCEFUL. For more information, you can ask on Discord. And some inverters can also be connected using their API. Second is ZAP. If you don't have a compatible solar inverter, you can still join SOURCEFUL by purchasing the P1 meter reader ZAP. Important ZAP is designed specifically for P1 ports with RJ12 connectors. HON port, which is RJ45, is not compatible. Since ZAP currently only supports most modern meters in Europe, I advise you to check the docs before purchasing if your meter is available. We currently earn SOURCEFUL points, and the more points you earn, the higher the airdrop you'll get at TGE. The project is currently in full beta. Tokenomics isn't available yet, and TGE or the next steps will still take a long time. My only concern is the join method and therefore the project's growth, because for example, connecting the Blixt to a solar inverter isn't plug and play. And if you have any problems, you also need to know Modbus. Therefore, joining isn't easy for everyone, especially considering that not everyone has an inverter. That's why the project is collaborating closely with Mimi Token Entropy to try to attract more attention. And honestly, I don't really like this choice because it doesn't appear to be a serious project. For the rest, SOURCEFUL is growing well, and even though we're in full beta, the app and dashboard are nice. If your inverter or battery is compatible with SOURCEFUL, or even a meter, I recommend joining the project and maximizing your potential through the airdrop. In 9th place, there are the free DePINs. You can join for free in many interesting DePINs using your PC or phone AI training, bandwidth, computational process, mapping, data collection, and so on. Most of these projects use the same rewards mechanism. You collect points for the mining you are doing, And every now and then, for example, when TGE of the project occurs, or even after, the airdrop will take place as compensation and you can monetize. The installation is really simple, because they are generally apps for the phone or Chrome extensions that you can run on any PC. And the more points you get, the greater your airdrop will be. For PC, the best free node that I recommend are Dawn, Gradient, Blockcast, and Bless. While for phone, the best free DePIN that I recommend are 375Go, Accurest, Scanit, and Qualu. To be fair, it's right to underline, since we are talking about free DePINs, not to expect big earnings. A free app will not give you the same earnings as a geodet. But at the same time, there is no investment to make. And these free projects are better than many paid nodes or NFTs that are around. And always be careful. Many node licenses have turned out to be scams or poorly built. So, the advice I can give you is to run as many free DePINs as possible, so that in the end, you get a good loot. In 8th place, we have Terraflora, the first DePIN agriculture, and it's on Solana. The mission here is to build a decentralized soil intelligence network, providing highly reliable infrastructure for farmers and CO2 carbon credits. The miner itself is equipped with multiple environmental sensors that continuously measure things like soil moisture, temperature, pH levels, and so on. What's really interesting, even we're still at the beginning, is the partnership with QUAKECORE. There are 3 different devices available: the home miner, the weather, and the farmer. There's no strict land size requirement. The miner can be installed in home gardens, small farms, and also larger agricultural plots, but the most important thing is the miner is inserted into natural soil, not on pavement or concrete. Right now, we're in full beta, and there's little documentation for tokenomics or anything else, so most likely, the TGE and future steps will still take quite a long time. Personally, the thing that interests me most is the involvement of CO2 carbon credits. In the DePIN world, very few projects have really focused on this, and I really hope Terraflora can be the first to build something significant with it. For the main info, I advise you to check my last video. The link is in the description. The first miners will be shipped at the end of September, and I personally pre-ordered the home miner. As soon as I receive it, I'll definitely make another video for the installation and rewards. In 7th place, there is NUBILA, the ESG data network on IoTex. NUBILA is pioneering a platform dedicated to creating the largest ESG, environmental, social, and governance data network within the DePIN ecosystem. NUBILA collects real-time hyperlocal weather data through decentralized weather stations and leverages AI to provide accurate, actionable insights for weather-sensitive industries. I really like the metal body of the miner, the NUBILA Marco weather station, and the solar panel included is a nice icing on the cake. By installing the Marco weather station, you get rewards every single day, and the more stations are online, the more the rewards decrease. Right now, that's about 2283 points per day, and the more points you've collected, the greater your airdrop will be when TGE takes place. Installation is super easy. It's plug and play, and once it's done, the miner is completely passive. For more info, you can check my video guide installation. Link is in the video description. We're in beta, which started at the end of December 2024, and there's currently no documentation for tokenomics or anything else. According to the latest updates, the TGE is expected at the end of year. Anyway, in the last few months, NUBILA has been running several IoTex campaigns and collaborations with B3RT. By staking or other operations, it's possible to obtain rewards and therefore already monetize. Regarding these campaigns, I'm honestly not following them because they're one of those Asian things where it's not passive like mining, but you have to stick with it, because they all have an expiration date and then renew and they're not automatic. Personally, I don't like it, but if you're interested, I recommend asking on Discord and also check the portal. NUBILA is also currently selling validator nodes, but I honestly recommend looking into them only when TGE takes place. In addition to this, the NUBILA Marco is really a nice device, and the collaboration with Bloom Sky is pretty clear. Its metal body gives a great sense of weather resistance, and honestly, I think that's a good choice because many plastic weather stations deteriorate over the years, resulting in poor data collection. If you can, I recommend joining the project and maximizing your earnings via airdrop when TGE takes place. In 6th place is SKYX, the Starlink for weather built on Peak and Solana. The mission of SKYX is to harness AI in transforming weather data from connected devices worldwide into valuable insights for various industries, while rewarding the contributors throughout the process. As for NUBILA Marco, I really like the metal body of the Miner Sky 100 weather station. By installing the SKYX weather station, if it's online and operational, you get rewards every 6 hours and currently equal to 25 nanopoints. The more points you have collected, the greater your airdrop of SKYX token will be when TGE takes place. Installation is super easy, it's plug and play, and once it's done, the miner is completely passive. For more info, you can check my video guide installation. The link is in the video description. We're in beta, which started at the end of January 2025, and according to the latest updates, the TGE is expected at the end of the year. Tokenomics is already in place, and for example, the team has already decided to allocate 40% to miners and users. Several things are still missing, like the airdrop allocation for those currently doing the beta, but for a draft, it's a good start. In addition to the Sky 100, the team is very active in collecting as much meteorological data as possible and is already developing the Sky 300. That will be a more expensive miner, but thanks to the camera it comes with, it will allow for real-time verification. Anyway, if you can, I advise you to join the project with, for example, the Sky 100 and maximize your earnings via airdrop when TGE takes place. In 5th place, we have STARPOWER. Built on Solana, STARPOWER is the largest energy and VPP DePIN. The idea of the project through virtual power plants, or VPPs, is really interesting. In practice, VPP refers to all the software solutions, like those developed by Tesla or even Edison, for the energy internet. STARPOWER wants to act as a hub for the flow of information between global distributed energy resources, or DERs, and local VPP service providers. And all this thanks to the help of blockchain. This energy project has raised $4 million in funding rounds led by High Framework, with participation from Solana Ventures and Alliance DAO. The Miner Star plug is plug and play, and it's really easy to install. Once done, it becomes completely passive. All you need is a Wi-Fi connection, and via the app you can use it as a classic smart plug. The beta ended a few weeks ago, and soon there will be the TGE and airdrop. And then the mainnet will start soon. In 4th is DeEEP. DeEEP Network, built on AVAX, is a plug-and-play miner focused on running secure compute workloads for any Web3 or Web2 applications. The DeEEP device earns rewards in 2 ways: minting rewards and hosting rewards. Hosting nodes in the DeEEP network will be of many types, like ETH validators or Gala nodes. And actually, one of the use cases of DeEEP network is Nerd Node, as GR1D shows. If you want to join DeEEP, you need to purchase the DIN NFT, and the Tier 1 at $250 is still available. The DIN NFT is your software license and secures your place online to purchase the DeEEP miner. NFTs will be minted on AVAX, and you can buy with ETH, USDC on Ethereum, AVAX, and also the classic credit card. You can find the link in video description. Hardware is sold separately from the DN license NFT, and the next batch is estimated for September 2025. The team wants to open up pre-sales for that very soon, but due to tariffs, they haven't announced the price of the hardware yet. They're working with the factory to lock in the price soon, and will then open up pre-sales. I know many people want to know the price of the hardware before purchasing, and in my opinion, comparing it to the founder sale that took place months ago, I expect the price to be around $900/$1,000. But again, that's just my prediction, and I advise you to join the Discord to stay updated. In any case, the miner is awesome and truly plug and play, installing in just a few minutes, and really anyone can do it. To get the maximum rewards, it's advisable to install only one device for one public IP address for hosting multiple nodes in the future, and it's important to open port 7946 on your modem or router. For more info and setup, you can check my video guide. The link is in the video description. I understand that the main obstacle is the high cost of the DeEEP device and also the wait for the TGE, expected at the end of the year. But I see the team is very well prepared and is fully doxed. I personally think the project is very promising. The potential earnings of the device are high and can do more than the Ether Edge for hosting multiple nodes in the future and also for the use case nerd node. So if you can, I advise you to join the project and maximize your earnings via Airdrop when TGE takes place. In third place, we have WINGBITS. Built on Solana, WINGBITS is the first DePIN-powered flight tracking ADS-B network to reward its participants for monitoring aircraft in real time with the help of specialized equipment. The project has grown significantly in recent months, and the collaboration with GeoDNet is truly important, making it one of the most promising DePINs out there. I've known WINGBITS since the beginning and, having been involved in the beta over the past 2 years, I can definitely say that the team's work and growth is exceptional. They started by creating a solid community, mainly thanks to the help of DIY installations. Then, to improve data collection by partnering with GeoDNet, they created the WB200 and MGW310 through SKYX. And this is currently the only way to join the project. Very importantly, according to the current rewards rules, you can only install one device per hex. So if you want to join the project, reserve your hex as soon as possible by purchasing the miner, and in this way, you're ready to get WINGS tokens. The WB200 device is only for WINGBITS, while the MGW310 allows dual mining. WINGBITS plus GeoDNet. Both are plug-and-play and connect to the internet via Wi-Fi or Ethernet. Once installed, the miner is completely passive. It's very important to make sure you install the antenna with a clear view, like for example on the roof of your house, so that flight tracking for ADS-B data is as good as possible. Because the more planes you track, the more rewards you'll get. In fact, those located near airports or even in areas where there are fewer miners. Since if multiple miners track the same plane, the rewards are split. Get more rewards. The downside, which unfortunately needs to be highlighted, is that in recent months, too many defective miners have been sold. It's sad to report this, especially because SKYX is one of the best companies, but I've seen people who replaced their miner more than twice. The support was excellent though, and they didn't ask for more money, and had the same problem. Fortunately, the situation now seems to be resolved, especially for those who want to order new miners now, but also for those who already have a miner. A major hardware update has been announced for SKYX stations to resolve this LNA range issue. I encourage everyone to check out the latest announcement on Discord. The TGE on Solana is scheduled for the Q4 of 2025, and tokenomics has already been released. Good tokenomics, which includes some things I really like and others I don't. First, 40% of the token allocation is for miners and users, 30% for mainnet rewards, and 10% for the airdrop for those currently doing the beta. The allocation for beta is very good, even though the airdrop will be issued over the course of 5 years. Second, 49% of the token allocation for teams and partners is, in my opinion, a bit too much. If possible, I recommend the team allocate some percentage of mainnet rewards, as 30% can be a small allocation over the years. Third, it's very positive that when customers purchase WINGBITS flight data, 50% of the revenue goes to buying back and burning tokens. On January 21, 2025, WINGBITS raised $5.6 million in a round led by Borderless Capital and Bullish, with participation from the Spartan Group, TribeCap, Antler Global, Sinzolding, and Hardcore Cap. One of the best projects out there. If you can, I absolutely recommend joining WINGBITS. In second place, there is QUAKECORE. QUAKECORE is a DePIN revolutionizing the detection of earthquakes, tsunamis, volcano eruptions, and other natural disasters. Built currently on Peak, with QUAKECORE you can set up your own seismic station, the Quake Miner, and earn QCT tokens for collecting data. And by building a strong network, we can save lives in the process. Global miner with Wi-Fi and helium LoRaWAN connectivity, QUAKECORE's mission is to build the largest decentralized disaster detection network, gather real-time data on earthquakes, tsunamis, volcanic eruptions, and avalanches. Not only data collected by the Quake sensor, but also from hundreds of thousands of sensors worldwide. If you want to learn more about QUAKECORE, I recommend you read the good Forbes article. The QUAKECORE installation must be done on a vertical wall. Don't install the QUAKECORE on a wall subject to vibrations, for example a plasterboard wall near a door or immediately next to a loudspeaker. If the QUAKECORE is not positioned correctly, the vertical alignment is not respected, or there are sources of parasitic vibrations nearby, it will receive a false positive, and therefore you will not receive rewards. In a few days, the console and dashboard and also the docks will be available, and you'll be able to onboard. I plan to release a video guide in a few days to show all steps, but I recommend joining the QUAKECORE Discord to stay updated. Over the months, there have been several problems. Unfortunately, the easy nav issue and also a delay in shipments because the miner is now made in aluminum, better than the plastic prototype we were thinking at the beginning. Luckily, we've moved forward and the first batch is now shipping. And since we're aware of the delays and problems we've encountered in past months, we've significantly increased the allocation for miners and users in tokenomics. I'm truly happy to have contributed to QUAKECORE's tokenomics, and special thanks to Disc91 who did a great job. Along with the entire team, we're excited to share it with the community. The main points you need to know are, first, 50% of the QCT token allocation is allocated to miners and users. The 42% incentivization pool is the allocation for mainnet rewards when TGE expected in 2026 takes place. The 8% airdrop is the allocation to reward those participating in the beta, so in this initial phase. The greater your participation in the beta, with the miner operational and online, the greater your airdrop will be. Second, the Explorer will be hexagonal, H3 hexagons at resolution 5, like GeoDNet, and includes the NFT protection mechanism. Up to 8 NFTs will be available for each hexagon. Third, QUAKECORE devices are associated with a license and utility token. We took inspiration from HNT token and burn mechanism. When QUAKECORE makes a sale of data, through the network built around the world, 60% of funds is used to buy back circulating QCT and permanently burn it. Public access to console and dashboard will take place in a few days, and therefore the start of mining. If you're interested in joining QUAKECORE, you still have time as there are few devices left in stock on depinhouse, so shipping quickly. And only for a few days, the coupon ETD_ILCappaFox is active for a 15% discount. In my first position, built on Hedera, there is NEURON 4D Sky. They seem like two different projects, but in reality they work together. While NEURON is a MCP, Model Context Protocol, AI infrastructure, and connects any agent or app to any resource on any network, 4D Sky has built the first open-source edge network for flight tracking with cryptographic security from NEURON. NEURON has already raised more than $3.3 million backed by Outlier Ventures and UK Research and Innovations. And 4D Sky already has operational partners and customers, very important ones like Collins Aerospace and Thales Group. Partnering with the UK Civil Aviation Authority and Land's End Airport, 4D Sky is pioneering the first ADS-B and MLAT mesh network in the world. I know that the first question you ask will be, both the two projects are excellent and I recommend joining. Competition is only a good thing. What is the difference with WINGBITS? In these months, I noticed that AirSquitter Jet Vision sensor, currently the only way to join NEURON 4D Sky, is technologically better than WB200 or MGW 310. The AirSquitter sensor, in addition to 1090 MHz for ADS-B signals, also has, depending on the country where you want to install, another antenna for UAT or FLARM receivers, and so the Jet Vision is able to detect up to 5 different types of transponder. This wide range of detection capability means you can track more aircraft. For more info, I advise you to check my video guide. You can find the link in video description. If you join now, you will get the airdrop for doing the beta. We currently get points, and more points you have, the bigger your airdrop will be, and TGE is expected soon in a few months. And those who install first the Jet Vision will be protected from a possible decrease in rewards if someone installs nearby. And NEURON will soon start the private beta of nodes. NEURON just announced a major upgrade to Anthropic AI's MCP, enabling AI agents to discover, access, and pay for premium data using USDC on Hedera. And for example, this is an agent who is buying SKYX and Roam data and responding in real time. If you haven't yet purchased the Air Squitter enabled for NEURON, you still have time. Few units are left in stock, and therefore you can receive the miner in about 1 week and be able to join in time also for the private beta of NEURON. You can find the link in video description, then just open a ticket on NEURON Discord, and by giving your miners information, you will get your OG role, and so you can also participate in the private beta node of NEURON that will allow you to obtain special rewards. NEURON 4D Sky is one of the most interesting new DePINs around, and I like everything, both the team and also how it's built. Kudos to James and his team, they are creating something completely new in the DePIN world, literally high potential. If you can, I strongly recommend you to join now, since we are at the beginning. So in conclusion, this is the current ranking of my best promising DePINs. Not only are potential earnings taken into consideration, but also user experience, device installation and mining, and above all how the project is going. They are serious DePINs, and the use case is present in all these projects. If you want to join one of these projects and buy the miner, you can use the coupon ILCAPOFOX or ILCAPOFOX with numbers, like ILCAPOFOX2, to get a nice discount in the shops, and if you do so, thank you so much for your support, as it helps me keep bringing new content to this channel. And in particular, in the depinhouse shop, the special coupon ETD_ILCAPOFOX is active for a 15% discount for many DePIN devices only for a few days, so don't miss. And you can pay with PayPal or also crypto. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope this content was helpful, and see you in the next video. Happy mining everyone!